Everybody has an imaginary string that goes from their heart down to their wallet. And if you can get the heart, you can get to the wallet, right? And welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest separator in sales, okay? And at the end of today's video, I want to give you guys the biggest tip and the biggest thing that changed my perspective in my life from living with Andy Elliott in the 4 months that I did. The biggest thing that I learned, and I want to help you guys be able to see it the same way that he taught me how to see life and these different opportunities that are out there. So I'm going to go over that with you guys and how you can implement that into your own life. All right, guys, so we're going to get into it really quickly here. Quick 30-second story about where I was and where I ended up inside of the sales industry and what I did to get there, right? So at the beginning, I started out with no money in my bank account. I was brand new to sales. I had no experience. I had no experience inside of insurance, and I was just a green pea. I tried to figure it out on my own, and as time went on, I realized that I could not do that. So I did a couple of things to help me get to where I really wanted to go, which was ultimately just not being broke. My main goal was just don't be broke, right? Figure out how to pay your bills at first. And then I knew that eventually if I did this long enough, I'll get to where I wanted to go, which is make, tens of thousands of dollars a month, make a couple $100,000 a year, and then start to build my business, right, guys? So the first thing that I'm gonna tell you guys is the secret hacks inside of sales, because there really are none, but if I was to say secret hacks that helped me start to get off the ground, the first thing is really to truly be helping people. I want you guys to think about an example really quickly. I want you guys to think about if I was someone that had broken my leg and I saw this one doctor that nobody knew about, and this doctor was able to fix my leg in 2 days, and he did a surgery maybe, and the surgery went great, and I was able to walk and run, and it felt like I had no pain ever before. And then other people would break their legs, and these people were waiting like 3-4 months just to have their bones heal inside their bodies, right? Well, if I was out there and my friend broke his leg, I would be like, bro, like, yo, come with me. Like, I know a guy where you're not gonna have to wait 3-4 months to get your leg fixed. Like, let me help you, right? Think about that attitude versus, hey, I'm trying to get paid tomorrow, I need to make a sale, right? So when we change our attitude towards our prospects and we truly are helping people, that's one of the biggest things that helped me get off the ground, because people realized that I wasn't after their pocket. And I'm gonna give you guys a saying, something that I learned from Andy is, everybody has an imaginary string that goes from their heart down to their wallet. And if you can get the heart, you can get to the wallet, right? So if I can get people to believe in me, if I can truly help people, put them first, make it all about them, because I'm the salesperson and I do hold the spotlight, and I can put that spotlight on them, make it all about them and how we're gonna solve their issues, they're gonna feel special. They are going to talk about their issue. I'm gonna be able to provide the solution when they do talk about it by helping them, right? My frequency is different. I'm speaking differently. They can pick up on that. Right? So we want to truly help people. Okay, that's the biggest thing and the one thing that I wish I knew when I got started inside sales, right? Separator number one. Okay, guys, separator number two is going to be a question-based script. And I know there's a lot of sales techniques out there. There's a lot of people that teach different styles. One of the things that helped me get off the ground was asking more questions, not saying statements at people. Me personally, I don't want to talk at people. I don't think it works. I think that people don't want to be pitched. People want to be helped. I can't help you if you don't tell me your problems. How do I figure out your problems? By asking questions. Okay, so I have a question-based script. I'm gonna try to figure out, for me, I'm gonna give you guys the example of insurance, right? If I'm in sales and I have a prospect, I need to figure out their medical condition and see what kind of programs and policies they're actually gonna qualify for. So I gotta ask questions. I gotta figure out, do you want this product just for yourself, for you and a loved one? Was it mainly for final expenses? Did you wanna leave something behind for maybe to cover a large bill like a mortgage? Did you wanna leave something behind like a legacy for your family members, right? I gotta figure out what you want out of it so I can tailor the solution to your needs and what you're looking around for, okay? Those questions aren't just questions to get people to talk. They're telling us and they're filling in like a blueprint of exactly how we're gonna help them, right? Once it's all about them, I know their situation, I can say, hey, here's a solution, right? But I gotta ask those questions first. Who's gonna be the beneficiary? What's it gonna look like if we don't get anything in place? Most people that I speak with wanna make sure the financial burden that comes with passing doesn't end up on a family member, but it actually ends up on a insurance company. That way, nobody in the family has to come out of pocket, and we don't want to put you in a bad situation, so nobody knows your budget better than you. How much money are you making just about every single month, right? So I'm going to ask questions, figure out what their situation looks like, get into their finances a little bit, and I'm going to figure out where they fall, what kind of products they can get, what the solution would be, because I'm the expert, I'm the professional, and then I'm gonna give them that solution. When I go to the doctors, they ask me a bunch of questions, right? And then what happens is they say, this is the prescription that you need to take, right? That's what happens at the doctor's office, okay? I don't go into the doctor's office and I don't tell them what I wanna take. They tell me what I need to take to fix me. Sales professionals operate the same exact way. And I need to be able to provide them that best service, get to know them, get to know their situation, be able to understand what they're going through. And one of the biggest things that I think that we can all do as salespeople is truly understand their situation, right? So this is just a kind of like a side note, but it kind of falls in line with exactly what we're talking about. If I can understand their problems, what they're going through, exactly where they're at in life, what the solution is that they're going to want, all the details about that, that knowledge is going to serve me very well, right? If I'm in sales, some of the main things that I need to know and that are going to help me progress in life is who we sell, how to sell, and what to sell. Okay, those are the three major things that we need to be studying every single day to help us be able to help more people. Who we sell, how we sell, and what we sell. Who, how, what. Who we sell, the product, demographic, the marketing, who's seeing this, who am I having conversations with, how to sell, how to communicate, how to talk to people, right? How to ask questions. What questions do I ask? How do I understand people's situations, right? The third thing, what we sell. So I got to figure out the product, the people, and the communication. If I can do that, I can master my industry. Earning potential is unlimited, okay? And guys, the third thing is going to be what I call the turning point in your script and in your process. You ask all the questions, you figure out what their situation looks like, you figure out all their issues, you figure out what their situation is going to look like if they do get it, if they don't get it, how long they've been looking around, what their income is, what kind of program's actually going to serve and service them best to get to where they want to go. What are their goals, right? Well, then it's the turning point in the script, the process. My conviction turns on and I say, man, sounds like you would fit in exactly what we have to offer. Let me tell you about it, right? My attitude's totally gonna change. My conviction goes up. Hey, this is a program that, since it isn't a matter of whether or not we need to solve your problem, there's gonna be 3 different options that we can choose. Here's the first one, here's the second one, here's the third one. I want you to write these options down. Let me tell you about them as we go here. The first one's gonna come with this. The second one's gonna, my attitude changes. I'm more direct. I'm more like, since it isn't a matter of whether or not we're gonna do this, and you can steal that trial close in any area. Hey, I'm a single mom and I need a new car because my car doesn't work very well and it's unreliable and it's not that safe. Hey, since it isn't a matter of whether or not we need to protect those kids and make sure we get them into a vehicle that's going to be safe and servicing your family at a high level, we'll look at these 3 choices just to make sure we can get you one that makes sense for you. Does that sound fair? Right? Oh man, that does sound fair, right? Okay, great. Trial close, boom, ready to move forward. So use that turning point, that conviction to turn on that attitude that these people really do need your service because they do. I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of the people that I speak with have mortgages or they've been looking around for final expense costs for a while, right? They've been looking around for it 3 months, 4 months, 5 years sometimes. Why haven't they gotten it? They're going to buy it. It isn't a matter of whether or not they're going to. It's just, are they going to get it from you? They haven't bought it from Jake from State Farm that have called them before, right? So I want to be the perfect person to solve their problems, help them make a decision about going forward with the product because they need it, right? They need that. So my conviction's going to go up and I'm going to help them get that solution that they're out there looking for. Okay, guys, as promised in the beginning of the video, and I said, I'm going to give you guys one of the best perspectives changes that Andy Elliott ever gave me. And this happened when I was moving up in business. I was leveling up. I was taking on more responsibility. I had more things coming into my life. I had more responsibilities in the sense of more people to manage, more people to train, more questions to answer. I was trying to push the limits and sell more. I was trying to get my content started. I was taking on all of these different areas of my life. And I went to Andy and I said, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. And he said, hold on. He said, don't complain about this. He said, do not complain. He stopped me right then and there. He said, you better not be complaining. He said, don't forget that one day you prayed for this life. Don't forget you prayed one day to be in the situation that you're in right now. Don't forget that one day you had prayed to get the results that you're moving towards. You're gonna get all arrogant and complain now? And my whole entire attitude changed. I said, you know what? I got problems to solve so I can get to where I wanna go. One of the biggest hacks that we can have inside of our lives is changing our perspective. Bad thing happens inside my business, I got a problem to solve. Because if it's gonna happen to me and I'm building a team, I gotta know how to solve these problems so I can help other people get through them. Right? That's my attitude now. Instead of me saying, woe is me, pointing the finger, blaming and complaining, living life looking out the window, I'm living life looking in the mirror. I'm taking accountability and responsibility for all the results and the outcomes inside of my life so I can set myself up for success. I can learn the lessons I need to so I can get to where I wanna go. Okay? One of the biggest things that I learned from Andy is perspective, okay? This one example is do not get egotistical. Do not get a big head. Do not feel sorry for yourself because you're taking on more, because you have a different responsibility. Change is good. If you never change, you're gonna get the results that you've been getting your entire life. I wanna ask you a question. How'd you get to where you are right now? From all the information, the knowledge, the experience, the wisdom, and everything that's happened inside your life. That's how you got to where you're at right now. You want different results? You're gonna have to do different things. You're gonna have to try different things out. You're gonna have to move in a different direction. You're gonna have to push a little bit more. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You've never done it before, right? And that's what I learned. So if I can get through that time with what I was going through, I know that you guys can too. I want you guys to take that lesson. I want you guys to never feel sorry for yourselves. I want you guys to truly use that. If you ever feel like, you know, the world's coming down on you, you have that anxiety, that stress, that pressure, just remember that action and activity alleviates anxiety inside of business and sales. Do more, get more into it. Go make more sales, go make more phone calls, go connect with more prospects, go recruit more people into your business, go service more clients, right? Do things that are going to help you get through the situation. Never get stagnant, because when you get stagnant, you sink, okay? You do not want to get stagnant, especially not inside of sales, not inside of business. Go take more action, go take more activity. Keep that perspective in mind that you're moving towards where you want to go, man. It's the journey. You're having a good time with it, hopefully. If you're not, you should probably get inside of an opportunity where you do have a kick-ass culture, people around you that actually want to win and level up, because that's ultimately why a huge part of my success with business and sales is because of the people at Real Financial, right? And I think that, just a little side note here, you're as good as the people who are teaching you. So if there's no one ahead of you in business and you're the top dog, like, you need to find a bigger pool to swim in or a bigger pond to fish in, right? Because if the biggest fish in that pond is a goldfish, well, you're only gonna catch goldfish if you keep fishing inside that pond. But if I go to a different pond and there's all these crazy big bass and there's trout, right? Then I can fish inside that pond and I have the opportunity to catch bigger fish. Just giving you guys an example. You should get around people who are doing bigger things, farther ahead of you. Keep that perspective, stay on the mission, work really hard, and just have a good time with it. Because at the end of the day, guys, someone really, really wise told me this one time. He said, Tyler, this is all gonna fly by in a flash, and one day you're gonna be looking back wishing that you could remember these times a little bit more. So take a minute to enjoy the journey, no matter how much stress, pressure, and difficulty that you're going through, because one day it's all gonna be over and you're gonna be remembering all these times. So guys, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. It's not all about the end result, that end destination. What I've learned is that goalpost is always gonna move, so fall in love with the process. Each step, have a good time with it, smile along the way, and never ever get an ego and a big head, because it will ruin your business. All right, guys, hopefully today's video helped. Follow me on Instagram, Tyler_Glennon, and comment if you guys wanna see me make a video on anything specific. I do this just to help people with what I'm learning along my journey and everything that I've been able to learn inside my business, inside sales, up until this point in my life. So I'll see you guys. Man, if this is the video that helped you out today, I'm gonna place a couple other of my videos right here for you guys to watch. It's exactly what you're gonna need to see following today's video, guys. See you in the next one.